then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon, then sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon and phosphorus and sulfur and chlorine and argon, and then potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese precedes the iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gallium and germanium, arsenic and selenium, bromine, 36 krypton. Every element could be recognized by its protons, and chemistry is basically the swapping of electrons. The number in the outer shell determines the reactions that are able to occur within atomic interactions. Elements reside in the SPD and the F blocks. Like if this table was a garden, these would be plots containing groups to give order to all the atoms we have got. Like on the left there are metals, and on the right there are not. The metals are good at conducting heat and electricity, but non-metals are not and usually have lower densities. But in between the two opposing chemical families are the metalloid elements that exhibit both qualities. Transition metals from group 3 up to 11 in the D block, where 1/3 of all elements are dwelling. And the period they rest in can allow us to determine how many orbital shells the electrons are utilizing. Hydrogen, helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon, then sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon and phosphorus and sulfur and chlorine and argon, and then potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese precedes the iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gallium and germanium, arsenic and selenium, bromine, 36 krypton. I'm hooked on elements of the periodic table, and the first group is the most reactive alkali metals. There's lithium that we use in the batteries, then sodium that actually is the filament in street lights, and naturally potassium is used in fertilizer. Rubidium gives a purple flame, the second thing discovered with a spectroscope. But Bunsen and Kirchhoff got first off they found cesium, but the last of the alkali metals is labeled francium. Now if you're managing to tackle my verse, let us wrestle group 2 with the alkaline earth metals. First is beryllium, and it's rare in the universe, but if you burn magnesium it's blinding to observe. And there's calcium, the most present metal in many animals. Then strontium, that's too reactive to be found in natural forms, and that's the norm for the even denser barium. Beware radiation coming from Mary Curie's radium. Hydrogen, helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon, then sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon and phosphorus and sulfur and chlorine and argon, and then potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese precedes the iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gallium and germanium, arsenic and selenium, bromine, 36 krypton. So switch on the lights, then you might see I'm back again, tackling the group 17 called the halogens. The non-metal elements, the first one is fluorine. As a compound for your teeth, it's in government juice like chlorine, that's used to raise the hygiene of your water supply. But bromine retards flames if correctly applied, and in food and disinfectants you'll find iodine, but heavy halogen astatine is the rarest one to find. Now it's time for group 18. Gas is called noble, they're really unreactive, so these elements are stable. Helium's the second lightest on this periodic table, and the next one is the gas that gives the neon lights the label. Then argon is the third most present gas found in our atmosphere. With krypton and xenon, they're found in light sources everywhere, but the one to fear is the radioactive radon, giving off energy like Johnny Storm with the flame on. Hydrogen, helium, then lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon, then sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon and phosphorus and sulfur and chlorine and argon, and then potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese precedes the iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gallium and germanium, arsenic and selenium, bromine, 36 krypton.